Hello everyone. Today I am going to solve simple but interesting LeetCode problem, which is Goal Parser Interpretation. In this problem, we have given a string, command string, which consists of the three alphabets. First capital G or a parenthesis or AL inside the parenthesis. Now, what we have given in the problem. So uh, we have given in the problem, if we find G, if we find G in the string, then replace it with a G. If we find parenthesis, then replace it with O. And if we find AL inside the parenthesis, then return only AL. So now, what is the approach to now let's take an example. We have the example first. Here we have given capital G, parenthesis, and AL inside the parenthesis. Now what we have written, return G as it is, then parenthesis, instead of the parenthesis we return O, and instead of the parenthesis in AL inside parenthesis we return AL. So what is the approach to solve? Now this is the approach. I am iterating in the string as a index 1, index from index 0 to index 6. So if we find G in the current index, then replace it with G, and in the resultant string I add the capital G. If I find opening parenthesis in the current index and at the next index I find the closing parenthesis, then replace it with O and skip the one iteration, because unnecessarily I don't want to run the loop. If I find the opening parenthesis at I index, then A, then L, and then closing curly bracket, then I only return the AL. So now let's go to the code. I am taking the empty string to return the result. Now I am running the for loop from int I equals to 0 to int I equals to command dot size. Now I am checking the condition if there is the at the command of I index equals to capital G, then I add the capital G in the resultant string. Now I am checking if else if condition, if there is the command of I equals to opening curly bracket and also command of I equals to, here command of I plus 1 equals to closing curly bracket, then I add the O in the resultant string. Now I am checking the condition for the parenthesis, AL inside the parenthesis. For that I have to check the for characters. If at the index I equals to opening curly bracket and command of I plus 1 equals to A, then again end condition and command of I plus 2 equals to L, and end command of I plus 3 equals to closing curly bracket, then I add AL in the resultant string as AL. Now I don't want to unnecessarily iterate the loop, then I add the condition to skip the iteration. Here I skip one iteration because I add the I plus 1. Here I skip the 3 iteration, and at last I return the resultant string. Now let's check the code by running. So what is the problem? Here we have to return the AL as a string because it is not the character. So now it is correct. Now let's check by custom test case. So I add the custom test case, which is, let's run the test cases. So as we can see, it also pass our custom test case. Now submit the solution. So the solution is submitted successfully. Now at last I want to say the time complexity of the solution is big O of n, because I am iterating in the string at once, and the space complexity is a big O of 1 because I am take only one variable, which is a string resultant. So this is the solution of the problem. If you like this problem, if you find my video helpful, please like, share and subscribe.